It is the year 2018. 2017 is the Jubilee of Jerusalem. 2018 is the 70th year of Israel's rebirth. Again, another coincidence? I do not know. But this to me is too much coincidence. These are too many coincidences. Why are they all meeting in this time frame? So, Jubilee of Jubilees, this is their Jewish computation. They end up with 7/20/18. So, it ends on 2018. Counted from the first Exodus. Is this a hint of a second Exodus? I do not know. I do not know. Okay. From earthly Canaan to heavenly Canaan, 70 Jubilees clock began when Israel entered Canaan out of Egypt. Will it end 70 Jubilees later in our time and in our season and in our place? Again, one more time, I do not know. Okay? But this is the 70 Jubilees chart. Okay? Now, another thing. This is really amazing. In the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1, at that time Michael shall stand up. This is the angel explaining to Daniel. The great prince who stand watch over the sons of your people. There shall be time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. This means the tribulation period. Even to the time, and at the time your people shall be delivered, everyone who is found written in the book, etc., etc., etc. Then Daniel looked up, and there stood two others, and then he asked this wonderful question: how long shall the fulfillment of these wonders be? Now, here is the answer that requires a computer and a calculator. I heard a man clothed in linen, in other words, he was an angel, who was above the waters of the river when he held up his right hand and his left hand to heaven and swore by him who lives forever. And he said, it shall be for a time, times, and half a time. 3, 1 year, 2 years, and half a year, meaning 3 and 1/2 years. When the power of the holy people has been completely shattered, all these things shall be finished. The holy people may refer to the people of Israel, the chosen people, or whatever it means. Basta 3.5 years. And then, he said something mind-boggling. Look at this. Please look. And then remember all the lecture of Brother Butch. Okay? This is what he said. From the time that the daily sacrifice is taken away, and the abomination of desolation is set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he who waits and comes to the 1,335 days. Wow! Where in the world are we going to look for 1,290 days and 1,335 days? Please remember that this involves the temple. So, somebody counted the feasts of Israel, the feast of the Lord. Here is what they discovered. The Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, September 24, 2014, to the Feast of First Fruits, April 6, 2018, is the only time frame where there is a perfect fit for 1,290 days. Because in 2014, sa Rosh Hashanah, there are 98 days, 2015, 365 days, 2016 is a leap year, 366 days, 2017 is 365 days, 2018 is 96 days, a total of 1,290 days. April 6, 2018. The 1,290 ends on April 2018. We already mentioned that that is the culmination of the Jubilee and the 70 and the whatever. But how about the 1,335 days? From the Feast of First Fruit to the Feast of Shavuot or Pentecost, which is May 21, 218, is 45 days. You add 45 days to 1,290 is 135 days. So what did Daniel mean when he said, from the time that the daily sacrifice is taken away and the abomination of desolation is set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he who waits and comes to the 1,335 days. What did he mean by that? Again, my answer is, I do not know. Basta, I am just informing you that if you want to look for a time frame that fits 1,290 and 1,335, exact, no puwake, no dugang, no dagdag, no bawas. That is in the time frame of Rosh Hashanah, September 24, 2014, to Feast of First Fruits, April 6, 2018. Why in the world are these numbers meeting in the same time frame? Why? Again, I do not know. Okay. There are many things I do not know. So, one more thing. Okay. 390-40. Okay? This is very interesting. God said to Ezekiel, lie on your left side for 390 days to show Israel will be punished for 390 years by captivity and doom. Each day you lie there represents a year of punishment ahead for Israel. Afterwards, turn over and lay on the right side for 40 days to signify the years of Judah's punishment. Each day will represent 1 year. Okay? Remember the divided kingdom, northern kingdom, southern kingdom. The northern kingdom is 390 days punishment. Southern kingdom, 40 days. And then the Lord said to Ezekiel, 1 day will represent 1 year. Okay? This 1 day, 1 year equation, where did we get the authority for this? Ezekiel 4:6 says, 1 day is equivalent to 1 year. Numbers 14:34 says, each day for a year. Isaiah 34:8, for the day of the Lord's vengeance is the year of atonement for the controversy of Zion. The proclamation of the acceptable year of the Lord is the day of vengeance of our God. So there is an interplay of 1 day, 1 year, 1 day, 1 year. Okay. Let us look at this. 390 days plus 40 days is 430 years. That is the announced judgment against the nation of Israel. The Lord said, I will judge you this number of years because you are hard-headed. It happened in the year 606 before Christ when Judah was taken into captivity by Babylon for 70 years. So, 430 years, determined time of punishment, minus 70 years, which is already accounted for, you have 360 years remaining time to serve for their foolishness and their disobedience. Where is that 360? For some time, they cannot find it. Then somebody found in Leviticus the time 7 factor. If you do not obey me, I will punish you 7 times more, 7 times more, 7 times more. Apply. 360 remaining years of judgment, times 7, the prophetic Leviticus 7 times factor, is 2,520 years of judgment remaining against Israel. Now look at this, follow closely. 2,520 years times the biblical year, 360 days, is 907,200 days. Convert to our Julian calendar divided by 365.25 days because our Julian calendar has 365.25 days. That is 2,483.78 years of God's judgment remain. Apply to the date line. 606 BC was the year Israel was taken into Babylonian captivity, minus 70 years that they already paid for in Babylon, that is 536 BC. You add the 2,483 years that we computed, the time 7 of Leviticus, plus 1 year, because there is no 0 year between BC and AD. It ends in 1948. What happened in 1948? Israel was reborn as a nation. There are exactly 907,200 days falling on May 14, 1948. So the 390:40 numerical prophecy of Ezekiel right smack into our day and age sa aton na mga parents, sa ating mga parents time. 1948. Exactly fulfilled. That is why I'm beginning to wonder in my spirit, I am being caught by the numbers of the calculation of the ancient prophets. It's reaching my time and my age and my season. 1948 is very near. That's the time of my parents when my father was studying in elementary in Barangay Kaliling, Barangay Isyo, Kawayan. The Second World War broke out. So it's just one generation removed from me. And now I am being hounded in my time, 2014, by the red blood moon, 2016, 2017, the numbers continue to run after me even now. Okay, now, it's not only for Israel, the founding of Israel, which we have seen. You will be amazed. It applies also to Jerusalem. Because Jerusalem, which was returned, and when Babylon returned and destroyed Jerusalem, 19 years later, do you know that in August 16, 518 before Christ, the completion of the wall of Jerusalem, you add 2,483 years, 9 months and 21 days, which is Ezekiel's formula. It ends on year 1967, month June, day 7, June 7, 1967 was the exact same date that Jerusalem was restored to Israel in the Six-Day War of 1967. So again, I will ask you, coincidence? Lagpat lang? Okay. Grabe pa, because it applies even backwards. You can play a game with the numbers of God, and He will tell you it will stand, even if you apply it backwards. Look at this. Huh? Okay. We have some spiritual matter. Okay. King Saul started as king in 1036 BC. David was born in 1026 before Christ. David was a type of Jesus, as Jesus is called Son of David. Subtract 390 years from 1026 BC is the year 636 BC. That is the year when Samaria and the northern kingdom fell and was destroyed. Subtract 40 years from 636 BC, that is 596 BC. That is the year when Jerusalem of the southern kingdom fell. They fell in 636 BC, Samaria, 596 BC. Count from the time of David's birth, who is a type of Jesus, is 390 and 40 years exactly, for a total of 430 years. You apply it backward, the math of the Lord stands. Okay. Now, what is the spiritual application of the 430 years? 430 years is equivalent to 70 Sabbath years. You will ask, why did the Lord punish Israel through the prophet Ezekiel for 430 years? What is the matter with 430 years? Here is the matter. Because Solomon, when he became king, up to the time that Jerusalem was destroyed, Israel did not observe 70 Sabbaths. They broke the law 70 times. The 70 Sabbaths that they disobeyed. And the Lord punished them 7 times for the 70 Sabbaths that they did not observe. So 70 times 7 is 430 years. The Lord has a reason why His number is like that. So the Lord was counting, okay? You did not observe 1 Sabbath, o sige, 48 Sabbath, o sige, 70. The Lord, I will punish you, so that is 430 years. You know that I will not go into details with this, but I will just overwhelm you